Hi, this week, 2 coffees by another Danish coffee roaster, and they're called Prolog. Now, I met the roaster at the Nordic Roaster Forum last year, but he was working for another company called Democratic Coffee. So, experienced lot, and I am really interested to try these because basically I'm a big fan of Scandinavian coffee, and we've had a few from Denmark and Sweden and Norway, so exciting times for coffee coming from that part of the world. And we're also going to do a little bit of a food pairing thing, specifically dark chocolate, which I picked up at the market earlier today. But we'll talk about that in a minute. First, let's try these coffees. And we have an Ethiopian called, not that one, and we have BOKASSO. And we also have a Honduras coffee. Don't know the name, let's have a look. FINCA PANTANAL. So the Honduras, wow. Instantly smelling sweet notes of, it's almost a kind of sun-dried tomato smell again. It's a familiar sweet smell I'm getting in a few coffees. Okay, the taste is both caramelly and sharp. So I would say there's medium-high acidity. It's a clean mouthfeel. Caramel and apples, not fusing, but sitting side by side. Very nice, very interesting. Gives you bite and smoothness. I like that duality, really interesting. And now the Ethiopian. Not much smell. Very, very, very delicate. It's not crisp, it's not sharp, but it feels very clean. Tea-like herbs. Herbs are really coming through. I do get herby, floral coffee sometimes that I find it hard to pick up on those herb notes, but I'm really getting them here. I'm almost tasting pine-like flavors. That is both bizarre and brilliant. The other thing you can do with your coffees to liven up the whole flavor tasting experience is to pair it, and pair it with certain foods will obviously bring out different flavors. I find that dark chocolate in particular seems to make certain coffees really come alive. Oh, there's my cat. Want to say hello? Come here. This is my cat Woody, isn't he beautiful? All right, get out of here. Ugh. So there's something about the chocolate, it's kind of waxy, it coats the mouth, and its subtle bitter sweetness. The combination of this sort of texture and flavors in dark chocolate lends itself to really making specialty coffee sometimes pop in a really interesting way. So now, it's good dark chocolate. And now, the Honduras. Wow, well the caramel is almost gone. And the apple sweetness feels, it's still sharp, but the apples themselves have changed. Somehow the sweetnesses of the chocolate and this particular coffee, maybe they collide. What I'm getting is an almost cucumber sweetness. Not on the flavor wheel, but in the cup for sure. It's there. The combination of these two flavors creates something new. Now the Ethiopian one. The Ethiopian, before I was tasting tea-like herbs. I'm tasting the herbs still, but I'm much less tasting the bergamot aspects. I think I'm just kind of getting more of the lime fruits, all the sort of high acidic notes can still cut through, but the sort of more rounded notes tend to sort of just blend with the chocolate. Very interesting. So that relationship between dark chocolate and specialty coffee is a very interesting one, and I highly recommend trying all sorts of food pairings, but particularly dark chocolate. It's my new favorite way of doing it, and I'll definitely post more information about that. But for now, Prolog Coffee this week's coffees roaster are really exciting, making amazing coffees. So get out there and check out Prolog and do your food pairings and let me know what's an interesting pairing for you. And I'll see you next time.